Hey guys, and welcome to Module 3 of the course. Congrats on making it this far. It is awesome that you're putting in the work, that you decided now is the time that you're going to take control of your health, and you're doing the work. So many people talk about next year, right? My New Year's resolutions. One day I'll get in the shape I want to be. But you're here, you're putting in the work, and you're learning the stuff that you need to have a handle on this stuff for life. That's awesome. Congrats on just making it this far.
There you go. You're doing it. I love it.
You're doing it. And so up to this point, we've talked about the mindset that you need to have when it comes to your health, right? We talked about how to make this fit, where you need to set those priorities in Module 1. Module 2, we talked about nutrition, right? How can you have confidence at the table? How can you eat healthy for the rest of your life and not need to diet? And now we're talking about exercise. And guys, this is really, it's a big thing for me. I've been personal training since I was 19 because I'm really passionate about this. And I really want people to have control of their health, and movement is such a big part of it. My dad, when I was born, he was 55. And I just to give you guys a little context on why exercise is so important to me. And he was 55 when I was born, and he was a hardworking guy. He laid like power lines. He was a construction guy. He got his workout on the job site, right? And since I was 10, my mom told me that my dad had 2 years to live. And I kept hearing that like all through my childhood years, all through my teen years. And my dad did not take care of his nutrition, did not exercise, and I watched diabetes take control of him, and he lost control of his leg. And the only thing that he enjoyed, that he liked, was walking around his property. He had 40 acres of woods, and when I was a little kid, me and him walk in the woods, that was his thing to do when he was on his off time. But as he got older, he lost that, and he didn't have control of his foot because he didn't take care of his health. And since I was 10, thinking, man, I'm going to lose my dad. And I hope that he hangs around. I hope he's here a little longer. And I can remember being 16 and hearing my dad fall in the middle of the night. And I get up and I have to go pick my dad up and take him to the hospital. And years he spent in and out of hospitals because of his health, because he couldn't take care of himself. And by the end, he was in a walker, and it was just so hard to see. And I knew I didn't want that for myself, and I didn't want that for my kids. And I knew that having your health, taking care of yourself, my dad didn't need to go bench press. He just needed to be strong. He just needed to have control of his health so that he could have that good quality of life on the back end. And it's so important that you keep health a priority. You keep exercise as something that you do in your day-to-day life so that that doesn't happen to you.
Yeah, guys, that's powerful stuff. I mean, I know it's not something that is front of mind. Like, if you're not working out, if you're not eating healthy, you think that stuff happens to other people. It doesn't happen to me. But guys, it can. If you don't take the time now, if you don't really do this and commit, even when it gets hard, that is happening. You're just losing the quality of life slowly. But the good news is when you do start exercising, when you do make this a priority, your life gets so much better, and there's so many benefits.
So many benefits, and that's what we want to talk about, is that when you're exercising, don't just think about how you look. Yeah, aesthetics are a great bonus, right? We love to be lean, we love to look good, right? It's nice to look good on the beach, but exercise gives you just a better quality of life. And that's kind of vague, right? Like, okay, well, I live better because of exercise. Like, we're going to talk through what are some of the benefits of exercise. So, benefits of exercise, guys, right? It's not just about how you look. It helps you control your weight, right? Like, we get your metabolism up, burning more calories, you can be stronger, have more muscle, have less fat. Huge bonus. It helps you with your stress, bone density, right? As we get older, our bones start deteriorating. Got to keep those strong bones. That's so we don't fall and break hips. Important stuff.
Exactly.
You can sleep better, have better energy, become stronger, have more confidence. It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah, it's like there's so many times when I'm frustrated and not clear on what I'm thinking, and you move and your brain just instantly, okay, now I'm thinking a little bit better. And if you have high blood pressure and you get moving and you're just instantly feeling better, and it works. It improves your mood. It's longer endurance. You can get up the stairs without being out of breath. And then it just improves all the daily aches and pains.
Yeah, a lot of times people are saying, I can't work out because my lower back hurts or my knee hurts and stuff like that. A lot of times when you become stronger, that stuff goes away. There's so many benefits. And if there was anything that, if I told you, you could spend 30 minutes a day and get all of these things, and you weren't doing it, like, what a trade-off, right? Like, how much better life could be if you just make exercise a priority. And it doesn't have to be extremes. You don't have to do CrossFit 6 days a week, and you don't have to die in every workout to get this stuff. This is just a little steady work. This is just focusing on the right areas, spending time efficiently, and all this unlocks for you. And now, what else in your life can be improved when you have this stuff working for you, right? The benefits are everywhere, from the way that you operate with your family, from your career, from just the way that you feel and perform in your day-to-day life. Exercise is unlimited. And there's a saying that I love. Exercise can replace so many medications, but there is no medication that can replace exercise because the benefits are so extreme and so endless. So if exercise isn't a priority for you right now, and if you are thinking about, well, I'm just training for vacation, or I just want to get to this certain weight and then I'll stop, I'm telling you, that's not the way to think about this stuff. If you want to have that quality of life for the rest of your life, if you want to be here longer and do more for your family and for yourself, exercise needs to be on that priority list.
Yeah, and I get it, guys. The world is just out there trying to tell you that it's about, getting to a certain number on a scale or just looking a certain way in the mirror. But guys, this is the real stuff right here. Like, your entire quality of life is just going to completely transform by you just starting and being consistent and building and getting better. You can do this, I promise. You have to learn to think about all of these benefits, anchor into those reasons why, and keep going.
So we talked about this is helping you have a better quality of life, right? Not just about the number on the scale, not just about how we look, right? All that stuff is bonus. And we talked about this doesn't have to be extremes. You don't have to go all in to see these benefits, right? Just make steady progress. So if you're not thinking about, okay, well, how do I look in the mirror? But that's a bonus, right? How do I need to think about exercise? For life, for you to have all those benefits that we talked about, there's 3 major things you should be thinking about getting out of your exercise, right? That's to be stronger. We need strength for life, to do just daily things, right? To feel better, to be able to show up when we need to show up, to have a healthy heart. Because if you don't have your heart, it's pretty obvious that's an important thing, right? The heart's a muscle and something that we can work, and we need to be working to make sure that we stay healthy. And we need to move well. If you have those aches and pains, if you're limited in what you can do, how much more can we do if we focus on moving better, right? So as you're going through this course, in this module, we're going to talk about each of these 3 things and how we can get the most out of it and how you can fit it into your life without going crazy, without things being at extremes. Just how do I make steady progress? How do I make exercise a priority? And how do I make it fit? So as you're going through this stuff, be thinking about that and understand that when you focus on these 3 things, the aesthetics, all those other goals, they just come along with it. That's a huge bonus, but don't make that the focus.
Yeah, just focus on the habits. Like, what can you do each day to improve? And I promise you, the results will come. But if you're so focused and caught up on the results and putting so much pressure on looking a certain way or a certain number on the scale, then it's super easy to get frustrated. And it's super easy to focus on how challenging exercise can be. And then each time you're going to work out, it's like, oh my gosh, this is miserable. I don't want to do this right now. I could be sitting at home watching TV. But you're not thinking about the better quality of life. You're not thinking about making time to really push yourself, to get to that next level, to have better relationships and be better at work.
Yeah. Remember you talked about in that module 1, right? What is your why? Why is your health so important to you? And when it's tough and you don't want to show up, because there's going to be those days, right? If you're just constantly looking for motivation, that's fast burning, right? We got to be disciplined and we got to know what we need to get where we want to go, right? So when you're clear on where you want to go, why you want to get there, it's easy to show up for those challenging times. And like we talked about, you don't have to go extremes here. You start at your level, but you challenge yourself and you push yourself. Exercise is stress. Exercise is your body learning how to do more, be able to take on more load. So you got to keep pushing. There's a saying that I love of, this doesn't get easier, you just get better at it. You'd be amazed at a month from now what you couldn't do and what you can do now and how much easier that is. And then you just keep progressing the ball forward. Because, yeah, you're just going to keep leveling up. The more you stay in the game, the more that you focus on this growth and just keep pushing yourself to the next level, you're going to be amazed at the results you can get in the long term.
Yeah, and so when you're thinking about exercise, a lot of the times it can feel daunting. Like, I don't know what to do in the gym, I don't know what workouts I can do, and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, the main thing is that you just keep playing the game. You keep trying and you keep putting forth the effort to get better. And you believe in yourself to make it happen. And if you can do that, there's no way that you lose. You just keep getting better.
Yeah, you never regret getting in a workout. I promise you. So in the rest of this module, like we said, we're going to walk through each piece of this. We focus on the strength training at Pathway typically, so we're going to dive deep into that and exactly how you can do that. But we're going to talk about how you can have a healthy heart, how you can move well, and how you can be stronger. So dive into the module and let's get exercise fitting into your life.